average animal, 100 times over. And first off, why is that kind of wasteful? Why not? Why is that not a good trade? So say, for example, this newt was only getting eaten by one predator, and it had enough toxin to kill it 10,000 times over. Why is that not so good?
Doesn't need that much.
Yeah. And now is wasting all these resources, right? So imagine I was in a weightlifting contest, and I had to lift this pencil, right? So I probably wouldn't need to exercise. I could go home and I could train for months and years to lift up this pencil, but it would be a bit of overkill. I'm wasting energy when I could be, playing video games or something. So the thing is, why waste all that energy? But in fact, in this newt, they do have this ridiculous amount of toxins that kills most organisms, 100 times over. How did this evolve? Why is it still around?
Everything it touches becomes
If it gets in your bloodstream, so actually if you had a cut in your hand and you touch this, you would.
Does that reproduce then?
You would die. Well, they're immune to it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There used to be an animal that needed that much toxin to be killed.
Exactly right. And in fact, as we're going to see, it's actually still around, driving the species to ridiculous levels of toxin.
Orange pigment is a warning that it's more than distasteful. Each newt contains enough poison to kill 20,000 mice, or hundreds of people. In spring, they congregate to mate. A gathering of soft-bodied creatures should be a feast for predators. But local animals know the newts are deadly, and those that don't are warned off by a display of its orange belly. But why is the newt so poisonous? With enough toxin to kill thousands of crows, but enough to kill one would seem sufficient. Crows aren't the problem. Meet the newt's nemesis, the garter snake. Long ago, these snakes evolved a resistance to low doses of newt poison. Their prey fought back, producing more poison. Snakes countered with greater resistance. Predator and prey became caught in an escalating arms race. Every generation, the snakes get more resistant, and the newts more poisonous. This arms race has now reached a ridiculous level. The newt spends much of its energy making poison, and the snake becomes paralyzed within moments of eating a newt. To survive the meal, the snake must wind down its metabolism while it neutralizes the poison. Vulnerable to predators, it must lie still for several hours.
So, Mr. Leg, that's pointless then.
Because they just kill each other.
Because there's no point of you wasting your entire life just to.
Yes, they
Waste
can
someone
make
else's
babies.
entire life.
But they can eat other stuff.
But it's so easy to eat these newts. They're waiting there. They're just sitting around. Most of the predators know to just ignore the newts. So the newts have basically stopped caring, right? So it's kind of like pigeons and some pigeons and squirrels around here, especially if you go to New York City. The pigeons don't even give a shit because they know you're not going to attack them and eat them. So for most, they don't even have to bother wasting. They can just sit there and eat all day with immunity. Except if a snake is around. That's the only one they have to actually even worry about. Yeah.
So the snake's not affected by the newt, but it'll kill a person instantly?
Yeah. So they've evolved ways to break down the toxin, basically. So which is kind of cool.
I find that's a waste.
So now if you call trying to survive and not go extinct a waste, sure, that's a waste. But this is the idea of the red queen hypothesis. Why does the cheetah have to be so fast? I mean, the cheetah is 65 miles per hour. it could catch you very easily, right? You could be in a car and it could probably still catch you, right? So why is the cheetah so fast?
To get a food.
And it needs to kill the thing that's going 63 miles per hour, right? So that's the thing with evolution. You know, think about how smart we are. Really, think about how smart we are, right? We're super smart, right? Why are we so smart? I mean, the thing is that, you know, we just need basic enough intelligence to not, you know, smash a stone against our head, right? So why do we have this high level of intelligence? Well, certain selective pressures drove us to such high levels of intelligence. Why does a giraffe need such a long neck? Well, certain selective pressures drove to it. It might seem a little bit silly, but surviving and reproduction is kind of important. Now, we'll stop there for today. Because I'm going to give you your homework for today.
No, Mr. McDonald. Oh, don't do it.
This is just what's up? So there is the other one. She put them funny. Oh, it's here. So I can. You want to hand out one of them, and then I hand out the other. So this is the
I don't
first
want to
page.
do it.
Okay. And then if you hand out those, that's the second page.
So this is actually a two-part homework.
Oh my god.
It's actually kind of. You guys will actually do the pieces. Yeah. For Max, going around with the second page.
So once again, there is two parts to it. The first page basically you read it.
The bunny ate her other one. Once you have a
Once again, the
hashtag
homework
underneath.
is actually two-parted. You can stick around for a second. I'll give you your.
And the bike only has one wheel.
Wait, it's two?
Yes. There's two pages, guys.
I thought you meant like
It doesn't even have a-
double-sided.
No, it is. One of them is.
So you notice it continues on. It has some fancy words, but the basic idea is the same. Is that how do you go from, you know, they created antibiotics that kill bacteria. That sounds all well and good. But why do we have resistant ones? Why might some bacteria stop being affected by antibiotics? The one-word answer is evolution. The longer answer is, I guess you'll find that out. We'll talk about that in tomorrow.
Can I see yours for a second? Do we want them to do this as well? Yeah.
Is it part of
So,
it?
yeah, I mean, I just
Yeah.
didn't. Okay. Bye, guys. So,
Enjoy the day.
show me the hall.
Mr. McDonald, what I've gotten.
Sorry.
Okay. Do you want to get these to period 8 now or wait till tomorrow? Or the pepper alley? Do you want me to carry them over there or no?
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
So carry them over. Okay.
Y'all, where
You guys, can you careful? My computer's here. You guys, one moment, okay? Take a chill. Hang on.
I was standing here before.